For this discussion, I wanted to look at how we could use some of the ideas that we've learned about syntax at an early childhood ESL level for children who aren't yet reading, are still developing some of their basic vocabulary in comparison with their classmates, and just how to do that in a way that they could do it. The West article mentioned the tree diagrams, syntactic tree diagrams, which are really interesting, but I can see how at an early childhood level that would be too difficult because they are not reading and writing yet. So I thought, how can we do this in an oral way? How can we do this with pictures? And decided to first consider putting the different syntactic categories color-coded. So maybe nouns are always going to be on blue cards, and verbs are always going to be on green cards. Additional functional words that they may not be developmentally able to understand yet, I just write as words, and those are going to be words that the teacher needs to place into the sentences for them. And then maybe we do adjectives on pink paper, and then ultimately we can develop cards for adverbs and other syntactic categories. But then to somehow on a chalkboard or a whiteboard or in some pockets or magnetic way, then set up frames for what needs to go in the different parts, and then allow students to choose cards from these different categories to place into their positions on some sort of pockets or magnetized to a whiteboard or something like this. So that was just an idea I had for how to begin to scaffold the idea of syntax and how sentences are formed, and that idea of what are they called? Tree diagrams, but at an early childhood level. So that was just an idea I had for color coding and making cards, and then allowing children to pick those cards and helping them orally to hear how those can be placed into sentences. So it's just a basic idea of how to use some of the ideas that we've been learning in an early childhood context.